In another sign of the multi-pronged effort to restrict access to abortion, Texas has announced its first criminal charges post-Dobbs with the arrest of 3 individuals accused of providing illegal abortions. My name is Brittany Page, and this is the Page Perspective. I've heard from so many of you tagging me in posts on Blue Sky or Threads. I'm at Brittany E. Page on those, by the way, if you're over there, also on Instagram. Thank you to those of you who have been tagging me, sending me stories, asking me to cover certain things. This is certainly a big one, and we knew it was coming. After the Supreme Court issued its ruling in Dobbs v. Jackson Women's Health Organization in June 2022, overturning Roe v. Wade, returning the issue of abortion back to the states where Republicans claim they want it to be. But as I've told you many times right here on this channel, we know that Republicans ultimately want to ban abortion nationwide. And if you want to know more about that plan, look for my abortion playlist on this channel. But right now, we're focusing on the latest development out of Texas. And I don't want to promote Texas's propaganda, but I will briefly put up this press release from the AG's office. Attorney General Ken Paxton announces arrest of Houston area abortionist and crackdown on clinics providing illegal abortions. The AG's office has since posted an additional update on 2 additional arrests as well. One of the people that they arrested is a midwife, and the other are her employees. Maria Margarita Rojas and her employee Jose Lay stand accused of performing abortions and practicing medicine without a license. The third individual who was arrested for conspiracy to practice medicine without a license. As part of this case, they are also filing a restraining order to shut down the midwife's clinics, that is clinics plural. So there are 2 reasons that I'm not going to read Ken Paxton's press release. One, we can't trust them. We can't trust what he's saying is true. These are people with an ideological axe to grind, and the press release is filled with statements about protecting the unborn. And 2, the details are not clear. I mean, even this bit that I read in the Texas Tribune makes me wonder how much of this whole deal is to generate press, to instill fear in both the public and people providing essential health care in their communities. Quote, Waller County District Attorney Sean Whitmore told the Texas Tribune that Paxton's office brought the case to his attention. The Office of the Attorney General does not have independent prosecutorial authority in Texas, but Whitmore, a former assistant attorney general who was appointed district attorney by Governor Greg Abbott in December 2023, said he invited the state to handle the prosecution. Whitmore said the case will next go to a grand jury to consider indictment. So he's releasing all these press updates on the arrests when the indictments aren't even in yet. Are you seeing why I have trust issues here? But we do have some details about who Miss Rojas is and what her background is. Reading reporting from the Washington Post, quote, Holly Shearman, another midwife and a friend, said Rojas told her last week that she had been arrested in early March while driving to work in Cyprus. Quote, she was on her way to the clinic and got pulled over by the police at gunpoint and handcuffed. Shearman recounted Monday evening. Rojas said she was taken to Austin, held overnight, and then released, with officials telling her she was being charged with Medicaid fraud and practicing medicine without a license, according to Shearman. Rojas was an obstetrician in Peru before moving to the United States years ago, becoming a citizen and working as a midwife while taking classes online to become a nurse practitioner, Shearman said. Both are conservative, and Rojas is Catholic. Quote, so of all people, I'm just floored, she added. Quote, she's a midwife. That's about delivering babies, not terminating babies, said Shearman, who has known her nearly a decade. Quote, she's a very good woman. I don't believe the charges. So who knows about all of this, right? You can be a good woman, a midwife, and assist with abortions. What I find most relevant here, though, is that Ms. Rojas was an obstetrician in Peru and had been taking classes to become a nurse practitioner, and that earlier in the article they referenced that she had been certified as a midwife in Texas since 2018, according to a bio that she has up on a clinic website, and also that she attended more than 700 births. All of this is particularly interesting in the context of Ken Paxton's press release where he says, quote, I will always do everything in my power to protect the unborn. defend our state's pro-life laws, and work to ensure that unlicensed individuals endangering the lives of women by performing illegal abortions are fully prosecuted. Texas law protecting life is clear, and we will hold those who violate it accountable. I'll note here that the charges do not involve anyone dying. He claims this is about protecting women from unlicensed individuals endangering the lives of women, but no women have died as a part of this investigation, right, Ken? Otherwise, that would be part of the press release, yeah? If Ken was worried about endangering the lives of women, he'd worry about the state's abortion ban. Reading from NBC News, quote, "The number of women in Texas who died while pregnant, during labor, or soon after childbirth skyrocketed following the state's 2021 ban on abortion care, far outpacing a slower rise in maternal mortality across the nation," a new investigation of federal public health data finds. From 2019 to 2022, the rate of maternal mortality cases in Texas rose by 56%, compared with just 11% nationwide during the same period, according to an analysis by the Gender Equity Policy Institute. Any thoughts on that, Ken? Any concerns about endangering the lives of women here, Ken? Maybe one source is easy to disregard, so how about another, like this analysis from ProPublica? Quote, "Pregnancy became far more dangerous in Texas after the state banned abortion in 2021, ProPublica found in a first-of-its-kind data analysis. The rate of sepsis shot up more than 50% for women hospitalized when they lost their pregnancies in the second trimester, ProPublica found. The surge in this life-threatening condition caused by infection was most pronounced for patients whose fetus may still have had a heartbeat when they arrived at the hospital. ProPublica previously reported on 2 such cases in which miscarrying women in Texas died of sepsis after doctors delayed evacuating their uteruses. Doing so would have been considered an abortion. The new reporting shows that after the state banned abortion, dozens more pregnant and postpartum women died in Texas hospitals than had in pre-pandemic years, which ProPublica used as a baseline to avoid COVID-19 related distortions. As the maternal mortality rate dropped nationally, ProPublica found it rose substantially in Texas. Again, Ken, how about all of that? How about the ample evidence that Texas's abortion law is endangering women? Many reporters and scholars have viewed this news through a historical lens, noting the attacks on abortion and midwifery in the 19th century. And if you want to know more about that history, I highly recommend this article from Professor of Constitutional Law and Global Health Policy, Michelle Goodwin. We also can't forget here that Ken Paxton is trying to argue midwives are a danger to women, arguing that practicing medicine without a license is dangerous. But he's also targeting doctors who are licensed and who are, presumably, not endangering women. Just a few months ago, Ken Paxton sued a New York doctor for mailing abortion pills. Truly, there could not be more evidence that all of this is simply about restricting access to abortion. And as the details continue to come out and we continue to see further attacks on essential healthcare rights, I hope you take things slowly. I hope you turn to sources you can trust. And remember that there are people and organizations out there doing important work to protect access to abortion, regardless of where you live. Whether the National Abortion Federation or the National Network of Abortion Funds or your local abortion fund, please continue to donate if you can and spread the word to counter the attempt at spreading fear. Knowledge is power. Please share this video with a friend. You can call and leave me a fewer than 3-minute voicemail at 202-656-1509 or send an email to idoubtit@dollemore.com. You can support my work here by clicking the join button below to become a channel member for as little as $1.99 a month, or by going to patreon.com/idoubtitpodcast, or simply by sharing this video or my channel with a friend, or clicking the subscribe button and the like button and leaving a comment. Truly anything helps. I appreciate you all. Take care, and I will see you next time.